Me and my ex-husband, we got divorced. He was arrested for hurting my son in 2017.
What
So
was
I
he
was
doing to your son? Like just being like physically abusive?
my son Colson, he
Mm.
was like 4 or 5 months old. Me and my husband were both alcoholics at that point, but he was like a mean alcoholic. And I remember it was snowing outside, and my sister picked me up to take me to Circleville. We lived in Asheville to get some groceries, and I left the kids with him. And he kept telling me to like take him, and I'm like, no, like put your fucking video game controller down and
Be a
take your
dad
kids.
for
Right,
an
like,
hour.
right. It's not that hard. And I remember on the way back, he called me on my sister's phone because we were so fucked up by this point. We didn't have phones, like barely paying our rent, like we didn't have anything. So he called my sister's phone. And he's cussing me out, like the baby won't stop fucking crying. I told you not to leave him here, like what, going off and demanding that like I bring weed home to him. But I never would have thought like that he's going to like hurt my kid. I never would have thought that. So we get home and my son's fine. Like he looks fine. He's not crying. Like I never thought about it again. And then fast forward to May 12th, 2017, we dropped the kids off at the babysitter's house, who we met at work. They were pretty cool, but we were getting high with them, doing perks and drinking. But I wasn't like running background checks on these people. Like I didn't care,
Yeah.
honestly. You know what I mean? Like I did care. I didn't want anything to happen to him, but I was so fucked up, like I didn't care. So we dropped the kids off at the babysitters, and me and him went to work. And I remember it came across the intercom, Bridget, or you got to call on line 101. And I pick up the phone, and it's the husband of the babysitter, and he's like, "I dropped the baby. I dropped the fucking baby." And I'm like, "What?" And then he hung up the phone.
Oh.
So I go get my husband because we work together because I wasn't allowed to not work with him. And we go down there, and my son's like being life flighted to Children's. And long story short, they done like an MRI, and he had one old brain injury and one new brain injury at 4 months
Wow.
old. Both the retinas in his eyes were completely detached. He had a fractured shin bone. He had bleeding through every single layer in his eye. He had two
bud.
subdermal hematomas and like a fractured like neck. I don't know what you call it, but like where your neck is like attached to your head.
Yeah.
That was like fractured. They said it was like he was thrown off a 12-story building. Like he shouldn't be here.
4 months old.
At 4 months old, he had shaken baby syndrome.
Wow.
So at first I was like oblivious. Like obviously, like I knew the babysitters had done something because he was fine when we dropped him off, right? So I knew something, but then they said the old brain injury. And I was like, all I could think about was that time when he called me and was like, the baby won't stop fucking crying.
Oh.
And I still to this day, I don't know. Like, are they both from the babysitter? Did he do that? I don't know.